and welcome to my channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to see today's video. And if you're new, welcome. I am Bethany Shanae, and my channel is dedicated to documenting my journey to get healthy mentally and physically, as well as lose over 100, probably closer to 150 pounds through diet and exercise. This is never medical advice. I'm not a medical professional. I'm simply sharing my experience on my journey to get healthy and any tips or tricks I find along the way. So if you enjoyed today's grocery haul, please make sure you check out the other videos on my channel and like and subscribe. I'd love to have you. Alright, y'all. So I did a full month's grocery shopping. It is just for me. I'm doing a keto, meat-based type of diet for the month. I meal planned for 5 work weeks. So just because the month of October starts during the week, but the end of September is what starts that week, I counted that as my 5th week. So I'm going to go over what I got from Sellers Brothers, Walmart, Sam's Club, and Amazon. I meal planned. I planned how much I would need of each thing, and then I shopped according to deals. So over here I have from Sellers Brothers. This is going to be a total of 10 3/4 pounds of 80/20 ground beef. I'm going to also record another video later today. You guys should be able to see it on my channel within the next day or two from when you see this video of how I process this, so it's easier for me to start my meal prep each week. So this is 10 3/4 pounds of 80/20 ground beef. This was a total of $32.23. Then I have 3 pork loin roasts here. I kept them in the bags because Sellers Brothers, they aren't very good at packaging their meat without it leaking. For the pork ends roast, that's 6.5 pounds of pork roast for $8.40. And then back here I have 2 10-pound bags of chicken leg quarters. Now each bag was supposed to be $5.90, but one of them I realized was $7.90, so 20 pounds of chicken leg quarters comes to $13.80. And then here I have a whole chicken. My air fryer has a rotisserie option, so I got almost 3.5 pounds of a whole chicken for $5. That is everything I got at Sellers Brothers, was all this meat. That's almost 40 pounds of meat that I got for $59.42. I like Sellers Brothers for my meats because they usually have a lot of good meat deals. Next, I have Walmart, which is the bulk of what I got. Actually, let me get Amazon out of the way. This is the one thing I ordered on Amazon. This is the pork rinds, the pork rind crumbs. I'm making my own chicken nuggets, just because I feel like it's going to be cheaper and I can maintain the flavor and the ingredients better, and they'll be carnivore. So I did get this just because it actually is cheaper just to buy pork rind crumbs than it is to grind up your own pork rinds. I just feel like this is a better deal. So I got this for $12 from Amazon. And then from Walmart, I got 2 pounds of ground chicken for $7.68, 60 eggs for $13. And then I got, this is turkey patties, and they have great macros. And this I got, there's 14 patties in here, and this was $10.74. Then I have fat-free cottage cheese, which was $2.94. This ranch packet, I will actually blend with fresh garlic and cottage cheese and a little bit of mayo to make a protein ranch to go with the chicken nuggets, which I'll make out of the ground chicken. This packet was 57 cents. This is 1 pound of whole milk mozzarella, which came to $3.74. I got a pound of Colby Jack cheese for $3.78. This Neufchâtel, I have 2 of them. I am going to be making my Philly cheesesteak stuffed peppers, which does call for this. And I think I have another recipe. Oh, my stuffed pork chops, which also calls for this. And these 2 packets of Neufchâtel came to $3.36. I got 1 onion because I already had an onion on hand. This was 58 cents. My garlic was $3.07. And then I'm going to make pulled pork verde, or chicken verde, I can't remember. So I did get 2 salsas. I got this one, which was Goya, and this salsa verde from Walmart. I just wanted to kind of try the 2 difference. And together, those two sauces came to $5.25. Now, these two sauces are not included in my budget because these will last me more than the month. Each of these Sweet Baby Ray's brand, they have no sugar added sauces. So I got their original barbecue and their honey mustard. These are $3.22 each, but again, they're not included in the budget. I got Greens Trio. This, I believe, I'm going to put in my stuffed peppers. And I had something else that's going in. I just can't think of right now. This bag of Greens Trio is $3.48. And then I had budgeted for 1 pound of Great Value bacon for $7. It's actually 24 ounces for $7 for the Great Value Thick Cut brand. But they had this Jamestown brand, which is usually the, see, it says irregular slices. You're not going to have as uniform slices of bacon from this brand, but it was literally half the price. It was like $6.98 for 2 1 pound packages. So instead of just getting 1 pound of bacon, I got 2. And that should, and then I also got 8 lemons for 50 cents each as well at Walmart. There's a couple other things that I got separately, but that's what I'm eating this weekend, so I did not include those in this haul or in the budget. But I may make that recipe for you guys as well. So at Walmart, all of this at Walmart came to a total of $72.02, not including the price for these two sauces. Now, I also did a Sam's Club pickup, which I love Sam's Club, but they can be very frustrating at my location because they just don't have enough drive up and go spaces, and it's a whole hassle. I am making chicken divan, which is a chicken casserole. So I had to get more broccoli. And then I also wanted to get a whole pork loin. I am making 2 different recipes that call for pork chops. So I got, this is 7.3 pounds. This was only $2.28 a pound versus spending like $3 or more a pound to get individual pork chops. I got this, and that way I can kind of size my pork chops because some of them I'm going to be stuffing. So I want to be able to control how thick they are. So this was $16.71 for almost 7.5 pounds of pork loin. This broccoli came to a total of $3.47, and it's 2 pounds. Some of this stuff I did take out of the freezer to record this video. I'm going to do my Philly cheesesteak stuffed peppers for some lunches. So I got their pack of bell peppers, and this was about $6, I think. Yeah, about $6. I think if I'm wrong, I'll put the proper price on the screen. And I get this once a month. Sorry. I get this once a month. It has 16 yogurts. I love these. I usually have them with frozen berries. I forgot to get the frozen berries. But honestly, right now that's a good thing because my freezer is full with all this stuff. I plan to have one of these at least a couple times a week with my breakfasts. So this is about $14. This is, I think, $15.80, something like that. $14.80. It's just shy of $15 at Sam's Club. So I get this, but I keep the box for my cat to play with. And then this was not in my budget, but I saw it. I'm running low on my protein shakes, and I feel like by having protein shakes like this and a flavor that I like in my fridge, I'll make sure I always have one with me at work. That way, if I'm having a sweet tooth or something, before I get out of work, I can have something like this that's just going to up my protein. It's not going to throw me off. It only has 160 calories per shake. It'll help keep me on track so I don't feel the temptation to stop at a drive-thru on my way home and get something unhealthy. In this case, the protein was $27. But I will say that getting the pumpkin spice protein flavor outside of season, we are officially in season, so that's why it was affordable for 15 shakes. But I have seen 4 packs of these shakes go for over $20 outside of fall, so I'm definitely taking advantage of getting to have some now as well. Real quick, I actually forgot to mention that my total for Sam's Club was $67.66, including the protein altogether, shakes. This entire grocery haul for the full month of September, for 5 weeks of meals comes to a total of $211, which brings me to a total of $42 per week. I am only feeding myself, but this, again, I also have a little bit of extra of my meat. So I only needed 3 pounds of the pork roast, and I think I only needed 12 pounds of the chicken leg quarters, and then I also only needed 8 pounds of the ground beef. So I'm going to have extra meats. I only meal plan for my work week. So that's 5 days a week, but I have extras, and my recipes usually make enough to where they can go into the weekend, and I'll have a little bit of extra from these things so I can also eat over the weekend. I just don't plan those meals. So there you have it, you guys. $42 a week, honestly, and that includes the protein shakes. The protein shakes were not on my plan. It would have been $184. If I hadn't gotten the protein shakes, it would have been about $37 a week. But I feel like that was a good hack for me to maintain for myself and enjoy those flavors, since it is pumpkin spice season, and I am excited for it. But yeah, you guys, I am going to go ahead and start packing this up. I need to record my next video for you guys, so please make sure you come and check it out. I'm going to show you how I process this and break it up so I don't have to pull out these large bulk amounts of meats each week to meal prep, and I don't have to keep freezing and defrosting my meats, and how I portion everything out, so when it comes time to meal prep, it's nice and easy for me. So that's it for today's grocery haul. I'm really excited to see how this comes out. This is how I'm trying to save money over the month of September. I am definitely someone that used to go to the grocery store most days, even though I did bulk grocery hauls. I usually used to do my grocery shopping for 2 weeks at a time, yet somehow I was always still going to the store every day. And that money adds up. I see something that looks good, I start to crave it, I buy it. So by doing this, by utilizing Walmart and Sam's Club pickups, because those two grocery stores I did do pickups at, it saved me going in the store and spending more money out of impulse. So I'm very excited to see how much money this saves me. I may do a video on how much I normally spend on groceries through my Rocket Money app, in comparison to what I end up spending at the end of September in total. The only thing I'm going to have to go back and get is going to be some fresh herbs. That is the only thing off the top of my head that I did not buy for the meals I have planned. But yeah, make sure you come back and see the next video. I'm also going to I may go over my meal plan with you guys. And then hopefully you guys will come back each week and see the meal prep for all those recipes and how I use this bounty of groceries. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming back to see today's video. Again, I am Bethany Shanae, and if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd love to chat with you guys and have you along for my journey. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!